Hashtag BounceTv family.
It's week 169.
On to number 3, which is none. Oh, did I? Yeah, I said who that was from. Okay. Number 3.
That word on the curb is everybody feeling Beyonce's new album. I ain't gonna lie, I am too, but I don't quite understand it though. I just be pretending because I don't want to feel left out. Like, bust it, baby. I don't know what that lady talking about, but I love the harmonies and shit. And that ain't the part that behooved me. What behooved me was, a lot of y'all don't know what it's talking about either. You know, the beehive, they'll sit there and dissect every word. This is the part where she's saying bees like honey and sugar like a bee. I'm like, hell no, that's color purple. I love it though. I said, do your thing. Even the song titles threw a wrench in my evening. I said, plastic off the sofa. I thought she was gonna be telling us a story about grandma's house. She talking about Jay-Z. And she got a song called Church Girl to feature one of the Clark sisters. And did the Clark sister hear the song? She telling them act like a thought, drop it like a thought. I ain't gonna lie, I got my church fan and started shaking my head past the collection plate and made it rain on myself. B, you just brought the devil out, man. I got the devil under my feet. I know, because I checked it this morning. That word on the curb is everybody feeling Beyonce's new album.
Hi, everybody. I just want to share a good word with you. And first of all, God is awesome. He has done great things for me. The scripture says in Psalms 34:1, I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continually be in my mouth, in the good times and the bad times. There's a line of a song I wrote that Beyonce included in her new song, Church Girl, that says, center of thy will. That means I want to be in the will of God. Thanks, Beyonce, for listening to my music, and I hope it blesses your soul. In thy holy will, in thy holy will, in thy holy, 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 holy will, in thy holy will, in thy holy will, in thy holy, 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 holy will. Lord, I just want to be rooted and grounded in thee. Lord, make me. Lord, place me in the center of thy will.
Yes. All right. And that was Twinkie Clark. If for those who might not know, and of course, she is one of the Clark sisters. And this video is coming from, well, it came, the initial video was from at Darren Fleet, no, it was at Love Darren Fleet, and that's LOVEDARREN FLEET. The second video with none other than classic diva. I don't want to call her a diva. She's a gospel singer. And the only reason I say that is like, I don't know if gospel singers ascribe to terms like diva. But from the video came from at Lady Libra. And it's a YouTube video. And again, that was Twinkie from the Clark sisters. And she was talking about how Beyonce sampled her song, their song, in her song Church Girl. And also I gave a reference of complex.com because the complex.com article shared all of the samples that Beyonce used on this album. All right. And okay. So I will say that as whoop, timer. In thy holy will. That song is actually catchy. I'm okay, all right. But my initial reaction, yes, I don't like. I didn't like our trend of people doing the whole colored contacts thing. Still don't like it, especially for older people. Like when you're younger, it's like okay, I guess you want to play around with it, whatever. But older people, colored contacts, no. But I will say, I actually kind of like this trend that the brothers are doing where they have the blonde hair on top and the black hair on the bottom. I'm like, I actually kind of like that. But that's another story. Anyway, so as far as Beyonce, I do love this whole album Renaissance. And there are a lot of samples on the album, but they're not obviously samples. You know, I will say for what Twinkie referenced, I listened to the song Church Girl again, and she does play a little bit of that uh, clip, speed it up, and in a higher key in the very beginning of the song. But outside of that, it's its own song. But I think that's cool, and just like Twinkie was appreciative to Beyonce for it, I think that's cool, and it's kind of like reality TV, in that people can use the notoriety from being sampled on a Beyonce album. And to me, I'll say the album overall was it kind of felt like going to the club. And while I was never a club head, which is true, I did used to enjoy the club on the rare occasion that I would go. And just like this album, the way that club music works is once they start playing that international music toward the end of the club, that's how you know the club is turning off. And the first time I listened to it, I'm not gonna lie, it actually had me. I was like, "Ooh, why do I feel this way?" Because I love the album, and I was all jamming on the first part, but for the second part of the album, I started to feel down, and I was like, "Oh, that's because she's doing it just like the club." And in the club, when they start that kind of music, that's toward the end of the music. And ironically, my favorite song on the album now is the song Move, which does sort of begin that second half of the album. But again, the whole album is phenomenal. All what like it's a lot of tracks. I don't remember how many, but yeah, it's a phenomenal album, and yeah, da, 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 yeah, Kevin.
I'm sorry, I had a alarm go off on my phone, so I
No,
didn't hear what you said.
no, it's on you.
Um, in regards to what, wow, what Tunki was saying.
In regards to Beyonce's album and what Twinkie said, all of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, all right. I'll start off with Beyonce's album overall. Not saying it was a bad album because it really ain't or isn't, but it does give you kind of like that club feel. Um, yeah, really does. If that's what you're into. um, but like you said, Aaron, I think Twinkie was glad to have been part of that sample. I guess. So overall, it's not like she disliked it because she never said that. She was just saying she was happy. She was, put it correctly, she was happy that Beyonce sampled her. Out. And yeah, I think that was mainly all I had.